Okay, I'm back with another video. My camera timed out. It's really time for me to replace the memory card on my camera, and I really need to check with my son to make sure I'm ordering the right battery and memory card because, I hate technology, and I fail to acknowledge it. I hate technology. Anyway, my first video, which I didn't get to post because my camera turned off, is that I was thinking about the ideal type of person that I want to spend my time with. And I believe that it's important to take formal steps to evaluate the compatibility of who I associate with, because I have been so burned in the past with just fake, phony friends, or people who are wishy-washy, or people who have no convictions. And I need somebody in my life, a friend who doesn't waver, somebody who's as strong as I am, which is very hard to find, but somebody who has good morals. And I try to visualize what this person would probably look like. Would they be I always visualize them as African American, but that's not necessarily a requirement. I mean, they could be Hispanic, they could be Asian or something. I mean, they could be white. I mean, I don't know, but basically, a common interest have to be there. I mean, I definitely want them to have or understand my moral standards. I think it's important that they have a strong, they're self-confident, because I've dealt with people who backstab, and when people backstab, they're just constantly jealous and competitive of you, and I don't want to deal with that. So I really want to find people who are sincere, and it is hard to find, so that's why I have these little screening processes. And so I think, that, pursuing friendship should be taken just as seriously as pursuing romantic interest as well. Of course, it's not the same, but you're inviting a person into your life. So it's kind of nice to kind of stand back and observe people before you actually, maybe plan to set aside time to get to know them better. But, and I've learned from my mistakes, so I'm not as open to, people as much as the average person is, because I have extremely high standards, because I know what it's like to be burned, and I've been burned several times. But, for some reason, I also think of this person as being single, only because I'm not the kind of person who paints the town red. I mean, I rarely go anywhere. But, let's just say, for example, I decided to go shopping, in Los Angeles, or I wanted to travel or something, and I'm spontaneous, and I just decide to do something. It'd be cool if somebody could drop everything they have going and just come along for the ride, But, if they are married and they have, if they have a daughter, that would be cool. And it's kind of funny, most people just don't think about the kind of people that they want to associate with, but I do. Like I said, I've been burned too many times and just disappointed with people who are fake or just not really, probably just perpetrators, either spies for either side of the family. But anyway, I'm now realizing that. But I'm just thinking about, what life could be like, or what would be like had I not got gang stalked. That's a very terrifying situation to be in. And, you wonder about your future relationships. So they're just going to constantly be perps. They're going to be nagging people that just constantly want you to be around them so they can get information from you, I remember when I started this one place, the floral place. And I had said something along the lines of me not being interested in technology. Now, mind you, I keep up with the technology that relates to my work. For example, I understand, there's software programs that are commonly used in the office, and I keep up on those, okay? But I had said something along the lines of, I don't like technology. And this girl, when I told her that, you could tell, I'm starting to look back and I'm thinking, gosh, you could tell I was gang stalked, because this girl had this look on her face, and the way she behaved, and the way, the expression that she made on her face was kind of like, oh, I'm so going to tell? Who are you going to tell? Now I realize that these people have just been, gathering information about me to use against me, for the longest time. And they acted like, my lack of interest in technology was like a crime or something, which I thought was stupid. But, either side of the family has no right or say over what I do, And that's what irritates me so much because, I think my husband's mother is just so arrogant. She's so filled with this white delusional pride, like she's got some sort of, authority, or she feels like she's got some sort of supreme right. I think she's pathetic, is what I think. She's a fake Christian. I remember when I met her, I was convinced that this woman never lied. She does nothing but lying. She's two-faced, She's the kind of person who likes to do things if it's in fashion. Like I remember her telling me things, like if I took an interest in something and it just so happened to be like a fad or something, she's, oh, that's so popular right now. I don't give a shit what's popular, but she does. She does things to keep up with her social life. Like, whatever the majority of thought is, she'll go along with it because she's too afraid to be herself, or she doesn't even know who she is because she's been so used to watching what's on television or whatever the popular thought is. She has no personality whatsoever. She annoys the fuck out of me. And yeah, I don't care anymore about what kind of impressions I leave or who I insult or if I offend somebody. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't. These people had no concern about what happened to me in my life, so why should I have any special regard for them? There's no reason for that. So love to me and, love of friendships, and I think, friendships can be very rewarding if these people have the right heart. And so that's what I'm holding out for. And if I never meet that person, then I'm okay with that because I don't like corrupt people. I just don't. My husband's mother is, how could I say this? I mean, the story of her, she was young. She got married when she was young, and I don't really think she's really experienced a whole lot in her life to really. I mean, she's experienced like sorrow. I mean, she's been like sick. She had like tuberculosis or something like that when she was younger, and so. But still, I mean, as far as she's just conniving. She's conniving. She's not a good woman. And I don't feel as though she is anyway. And, I wonder how she, I just don't want anything to do with her. But anyway, I'm shocked at my family. I mean, just people are trash. They're trash, And so you have to be very careful about who it is you associate with and who, you bring into your house and share your life with, and so I'm very picky about that. So I've been thinking about the kind of person I would like to spend time with, and maybe this person doesn't exist, who knows, but I'd rather be lonely than have to deal with people that are just like trash, and that's just how I feel, I wish that, maybe I had moved somewhere else. I think about that every day. It's like, God, I should have never, moved here. This place is just, but I at this point, I'm thinking, okay, well, I can't really venture out either because of all the bullshit that's going on out there. I mean, you got some weird bitch over in Nipomo, California, Julie Fisher, CPA. I'm going to name the company later on, but, she's full of shit, and so is that Sally Gonzalez of, what's the name of that company? I can't think of it right now. I've been drinking too much. Hey, it's 4th of July. I usually don't drink, but today I'm just drinking. Yeah, I mean, I have every right to speak out about this. Why? Because these people don't respect employment laws. These people are corrupt. This woman is establishing herself in a position where, she thinks domestic stalking is okay. She supports gang stalking. She supports domestic stalking. She supports gang stalking, okay? She's breaking the law, and she's supposed to be respected as a human resource representative. That's full of shit. Not only that, she thinks she's fucking supporting white supremacy. Like I said, any minority who thinks they're going to support white supremacy, when the shit hits the fan, her ass is grass too. She's got to understand that. And any minority who doesn't is a fucking fool. So anyway, yeah, that's how I feel. And that's how it is. I mean, that's my observation, and that's how it's always been. And I'm not the kind of person who likes to see the world for how I want it to be. I see the world for exactly how it is, okay? I don't I don't sit there and try to pretend that, I'm going to sit here and associate with fake, phony Christians and think that maybe once on my deathbed I might end up in heaven after I actually pass over. No, you have to account for the bullshit that you do. You have to. And anybody who thinks otherwise is just wasting their time. Let's call this Christian organization what it is. And the fact that the matter is, it's no different than a good old boys network, and these people are supporting themselves through corruption, plain and simple. And I don't have any respect for it, and I never will. And it's not, and I get tired of people thinking, when it comes to work or it comes to religion, that it's optional. There's laws, okay? There's laws relating to people's religion, and there's laws relating to people's career, okay? And so to sit there and shrug it off like it's no big deal, I'm going to tell you what, open up your goddamn eyes, people. These people are corrupt. And I will never be that way. Have no desire to. So, anyway, I've been making a lot of videos lately, and I think it's been very therapeutic for me because, I need an outlet. I need to be around somebody. And I don't want to waste my fucking words on pieces of trash. Like, I'm not going to sit here and initiate conversations with people that I feel are nothing but trash. I'm just not. You know what I mean? I have no desire to share my thoughts. I have no desire to be in any sort of relationship with somebody who can't think for themselves and is basically a puppet for a corrupt political machine. And that's how I feel about it. I mean, I would like to see people, whatever religion they are, practice it the correct way. And I'm all for getting rid of this sort of corrupt Christianity that seems to be infiltrating, career places where people work. That is, those people are goddamn nightmares, okay? It's the worst thing that could ever happen on this planet. These people are leeches and they're demonic. They're demonic, plain and simple. And I'm not convinced that these people have God. These people are in it for the wrong reasons. They want their employment, okay? They want to be a part of a social network and pretend that they have some sort of God's favor. It's bullshit, And I don't want to be that way. And you can sit there and kid yourself all you want to, but when the shit hits the fan, whether if somebody comes in and blows your goddamn head off, or you end up dying on your deathbed, you have to be accountable to God for the bullshit that you do. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm tired of commercialized Christians. Commercialized Christians is a very good word for it. And I personally think the way that this kind of Christianity is being practiced, to me, this sort of Christianity is a form of, to me, it's the mark of the beast. And the reason why I say that is because you have to be this, you have to be that, you have to have a marked up sort of identification or affiliation to obtain certain things. I don't see that's any different. I do believe that this form of Christianity is directly in opposition to what God wants. That's what I believe. And I don't believe anybody who's practicing it deserves any respect. They are charlatans, and they should be held accountable for their bullshit. So, yeah, that's how I feel. I have absolutely no respect for false religion at all. I have no respect for, companies that try to align themselves with, try to use Jesus as a way of attracting customers, or people who pursue Christianity or any religion for that matter for sort of monetary gain. That's wrong. And it's not something that I respect, and I never want to be a part of it. And there's nothing that anybody can do to make me change my mind. Like, I think sometimes they try to use your friends. Like, well, maybe if so-and-so's a Christian, then you'll come around. You know what? that to me that is just the stupidest thing anybody can ever come up with. You know, I'm not the kind of person who gets influenced by anybody, unless, of course, I feel as though what this person has or does is going to benefit my life. There is no benefit to being a fake person to promote evil in the name of God. There is no benefit in that whatsoever, and I think it's disgusting. You know, so I told a little lie when I was younger that I was mixed, you know. I don't care how you slice it. These people look like they're evil. They're evil. You know? I mean, and I think it's blown way out of proportion, as if like this is, you know, like the white race is so holy. You know, that even if you pretend, even though it was like like almost over a decade ago, somehow you still have to sit here and carry this burden that you created such a terrible, you know, act, and such a horrible crime. Okay, it's not a crime to lie about your race. Okay, but it is a crime to do what these people have done. Okay, and like I said, the only person who could sit here and punish me is my husband. So you've got white supremacy all in, you know, splashed all over the place, is basically what you have. Okay, and like I said, I'm sorry, I don't admire the white race. There's white people that I admire. I don't admire you guys. Sorry, don't. You know, I'm just a black woman who came into the wrong town and thought that I could make it in a town that was just absolutely, in my opinion, ignorant. Ignorant. You know, I mean, I remember when I first got here, somebody referred to me as a colored woman. I'm like, excuse me, I haven't heard that term since like the 1950s. Okay, and I have to live here. Okay, I don't know about looking for work in other areas, because you know why? I mean, I don't want to risk getting gang stalked. I'm tired of these bloodthirsty, fucked up people trying to sit here and make me waste my time. I shouldn't have to deal with that. You know, I shouldn't. These people need to correct their fucking errors, you know. I'm sick and tired of these people. You know, that woman Karen over there in Chatsworth, if she followed me, she had no right to. She had no right to sit here and, like, follow me and make a big issue of it. This is a domestic issue. If my family really cared, they would have mentioned it to my face. They would have. You know? So white people think that they're holy. They think that they have some sort of, you know, they think that they're, you know, to say that you have any white ancestry or something, that offends them so greatly. It hurts their feelings, you know, because they're entitled to a benefit that they've done actually nothing to deserve. And anybody actually gets something that they feel that they're entitled to, they're ready to fucking cut your goddamn throat out. That's the goddamn truth. Now, I'm not trying to hate. I don't hate all white people. I'm not like that. But you know, this town is pretty damn backwards. I'm going to tell you that right now. You know, and I have met some nice people here, but you know, it is what it is. You know. So anyway, looks like I got like 2 minutes left. I'm going to wrap up this video. And like I said, you know, before, I hope whatever you do for the 4th of July, I hope you have a great one. Thank you. Bye bye.